Wow. Hey, thank you for having me. Thank Christine, the sound lady and video girl. She's rocking it and very nice. And I got told to sit over there before I came up. I felt like I was on a little timeout. It was a beautiful little timeout. Give it up for Chase again. That was nice, right? Wow, wow. I'm a comedian. Is that okay with you guys? Like, I can play guitar, you know, like I'm just gonna share my emotions, just like with less melody, if that's all right. I don't know. Okay, if you accept me here, I've been driving around a lot, you know. It's a hello, hey, welcome in. Sorry to address you. I drive around a lot, time in cars. It's really difficult. I've been from Southern California to Northern Washington and back so many times. The I-5 and I were like really close, good friends now. You see a lot of crazy things on the road though, you know, like most recently I saw a semi-truck drive a car off the side of the road. And that's a terrible thing. Usually, right? Except for this semi-truck was hauling hay. You know, so for me in my mind, I imagine the guy's driving down the road. Hey! 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 But unfortunately, the more that he said hey, the more hay that there was, right? You know. Thank you for that. I appreciate any support. Time in cars made me hate babies. You guys into babies? Procreating? Fertile crowd here or what? What do you guys do like in the smoke, you know, stay inside? No, okay. Babies are weird for me personally, after driving in traffic, because I don't see babies anymore. I just see future traffic, right? Yeah. You know these babies are gonna have cars that drive themselves too, right? Don't like them, not a fan. Babies in glasses, you seen babies in glasses? Fellow glasses wearer, right? You seen a baby in glasses? How do you know a baby needs glasses? That's what I want to know. You know, every time I've got my eyes checked, the doctor says, can you read the top line? Baby. Can you read the top line, baby? Goo, goo. No, baby, you're blind. I'm gonna stick these on you. Jeez. And the thing about babies and glasses is baby glasses, because they can't keep them on, they look like goggles. And the thing about babies and goggles is you can't throw them in the water. Can't do it. Can't do it. If you're a priest, you can do it. You're well respected. Yeah. Anyone else, you go to hell. Right? There's no middle ground for throwing babies in the water. Are we clear on these rules now? I'm not making them up. I'm sure it's in a book somewhere. No, not a religious crowd. I shouldn't get into that. That's such a sensitive topic, religion. Like, you can't even talk about it. Religion is so hard, you can't even talk about it. There's so many different types of them out there. You know, it's so sensitive, you know? Religion's almost become like a sexually transmitted disease. I hate to say it. Ooh, that's rough. I know, right? Ooh. It's just there's a lot of different types out there, and a lot of people have them. And you can't tell if anyone has them just by looking at them. You know, there's a few cases where you're like, sure, okay, that makes sense. Right? Right? But then you can know someone for a long time, and then they say something, and you're like, oh, you have one of those? I prefer it if you keep that to yourself. Okay. Should probably find a more friendly topic. I don't know. You guys are nice people in Oregon. You deserve better than this. I just think you should trust your gut unless you're pregnant. Babies are stupid. Maybe just we'll wrap it up there, you know? It's just weird because in nature, we all love nature shows, right? You know, in nature, animals will bring their weak babies to a field to die. It's nature. They don't want to waste the resources. They understand resources. We're keeping these babies hanging on. Life and limb. I shouldn't have said that. I bad though. Like I grew up in a pediatric ICU unit. My sister had cancer and she was a baby, and like, you know, I couldn't make friends. All the friends I were making were dying. It was terrible. Okay. I have a fear of like getting connected to people with that, you know? Like as a comedian, my goal is to try and like connect to audiences, whether it's like a small crowd like this or like 2 people or like 150 people. Like just try to connect with you and make you understand where I'm coming from. And that's really hard because I'm 34 years old and I'm still trying to figure out where I'm from. I live in a van on the road all the time. Yeah, that's right. Some people are like proud of that. My mom doesn't talk to me anymore, so, you know, there's a spectrum, right? It's rough. What are you gonna do? When I was growing up, my mom, you know, I used to think she was the Easter Bunny because she would hide a lot of things from me, like the truth. No, that's usually, thank you, yeah, all right. People sometimes laugh at that, I don't know. I'm bordering maybe depressing you guys rather than amusing you guys. Let's see. Jokes, you guys want to hear some jokes? Yeah. No, we don't. I think if you're deaf and you lose a finger, it's kind of like getting a lisp. No? I think only food places and ailments end in Rhea, right? Right? Diarrhea, right? Yuck. Gonorrhea, right? Double yuck. And pizzeria, you're like, yum, right? Yum. With 2 of those, you get extra cheese. I don't know if that's appropriate or not. No, I shouldn't have gone there. I'm really struggling with this. I'm like, because it's like you say all ages, but then you have just like pot everywhere. There's like weed everywhere. It's like, come on, it's like you have to love weed, right? Like, fucking look at this wall, man. Like, it's like, fucking, I'm 7, right? You said I can come here. Oh, fucking Christ. Are you guys dog or cat people? Dog, mixed crowd? It's all right. Here's the thing, like, do you know how many dog years are in a human year? 7, right? We all accept that, right? Is it my time almost up? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot to start my watch and remember. Do you know how many cat years are in a human year?
No. No one cares!
No one knows. We all accept the dog year. We don't care about the cat, right? They're just so much more independent. We're like, we don't need to do the math. Don't worry about that. And the dog year thing is fine in years, but you break it down smaller than that, and that's kind of rough. I don't believe it, you know, because that means, you know, my dog, I have a dog, it goes to sleep with me, it sleeps with me for 8 hours. In dog years, he slept for 56 hours. That dog is a bomb, right? Right. And we think that dogs just love us more because they greet us like, hey. You know, but you were at work for 8 hours. That's 2.5 days. That dog has to pee, right? That's not love. That's not been holding it in. The cat's like, I turn in a box. Whatever. And, you know, they watch you while you clean it up, right? You notice that? They're like, as soon as you're done, I'm going to go piss in there. Right? I love cats, too. Don't get me wrong. But dogs, they will poo. And they're like, is this okay with you? They like make eye contact. They're like, is this okay? Am I doing an okay thing? Eye contact. The dogs. My dog growing up got pregnant because of me. And I really should rephrase the way that I say that, right? Through a lack of irresponsibility or responsibility, I let my dog loose with my friend's dog. We were at a park. My dog was locked up, his wasn't. My dog got not locked up. And then they got stuck together, butt to butt. Do you know about that? That dogs get stuck butt to butt? I didn't know it either. But it happened to my dog. And the boy dog is a big dog, and my girl is a little dog. And she was dragging that dog around butt to butt. So what happens is the dog penis, it just doesn't lipstick, right? It like expands when it's inside the dog vagina. This is technical terms, I think, so it's okay, right? Okay? So like, and it doesn't get smaller until it releases, right? So like, if the dog goes off, like it will be stuck in their butt to butt, right? So that happened to my dog, and I was 8 years old, and I was fat, and I was 12 blocks from my house, so I had to run to my house to get my dad, and I was like out of breath, and I get to my dad, and I don't know if you've been 7 and had a dog butt to butt 12 blocks away, but I had to explain that to him, so I was like, butt to butt, and I couldn't find the words or the breath to say this with. Butt to butt, what are you talking about? Butt to butt. So we run to the park together, and then some lady's there, and she's like, you just have to mount it. And then that's actually how I learned about the dog penis swelling up. And I've had that in my head for 30 years now because of an accident I had when I was a kid, right? So you have to be careful what you do. Butt to butt, yeah. So we ran, and then this lady she's like a breeder, I guess, and I don't need to finish that story. I don't know. My dad tried to make it so we didn't have puppies. We did have puppies. All right, and that should be a happy ending to whatever train wreck of time this was. Thank you. My name is Nathan Russell.